Greetings and welcome to the Talk to Me America show, where the world wants to know what you have to say. So call me when I tell you and tell them like it is. First Amendment show here, folks. I am your hostess, DGddss. Thank you for clicking on my little acre of the internet today. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the show. I do hope that you had a great week. It is Thursday evening, 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern for you Yanks. Time for another Talk to Me America show, where I already told you why. 1A all the way. How's everybody doing today? Hello, Drunken Rocky. Yes, you were first on both YouTube and Odysee. I'm also on Rumble today. Let's see who else I got on here. Ah, Russian bot. Give it a name. I don't get it. Sorry. What's up, Russian bot? Lady Rock Candy. Welcome to the show. And of course, oh, Rocky. Toasty. And of course, Pastor Shadley. My main monitor here. I'm your ninja. Welcome, welcome. Brad Allen. Badass Brad Allen. Welcome, welcome. I welcome everyone today. Drunken Rocky says he's first over on YouTube, but he didn't stay over there for very long. And of course, we love all of our lurkers, of course. Once again, thank you for clicking on my little acre of the internet today. Make sure that you share me out. X me out, man. X me out. Just don't put them over my eyeballs yet. Only one person can do that. Only one entity, I guess you could do. I don't know if you can call him a person or not. We personify him, but he is beyond all imagination, I guarantee. So, but again, that's the person responsible for whether or not there's X's on my eyes or not. Okay, got lots and lots and lots and lots of stuff to talk about today. And I'll do my plugs real quick, of course. 451 Actual, my metal man. Pastor Shadley, of course, my main moderator. Red Dawn Radio, the Drunken Rocky, which, of course, you guys are going to head on, mosey on over to his show after mine, the White Pill Experience, where you'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll commit cow patties. Raynath, I see he's doing the round table. He's coming up in 2 days. I see that's coming up there. DJ Based. Kevin's Chaotic Coffee. Tom over at America Floats. I hear he's going to be a guest on someone's show. I wish he would call my show. It's okay. 2 minutes to midnight. Magical Trevor, our viral earpiece man, of course. And Reverend Rant, who does the Boiling Point Live. Some guy from Maine. Roo-ga-roo, Not Me Be, and Oomtown. And everyone is Oomtown, of course, for the Pure Blood TV Guide. I notice I'm not on the on-air thing anymore. Sauce and Effect. I don't see Dr. Natas either. Let's see. Let's go to the actual TV guide. The on-air thing is, okay, yeah, Dr. Natas. That ting of ours, GTMO Marine, they started a little while. They started an hour before me, and Mike Maven and 451 Actual is going to start out an hour after me. Some guy from Maine is actually on at the moment, and you can play his music while you're listening to me if you feel like it. And of course, Pastor Shadley, the Pond. If Pastor Shadley is here, that means the Pond is here. So welcome, Pond. Appreciate y'all being here. Don't forget to drop by so at least I get your numbers. I could use a fire or two. Let's see, okay. Oh, you guys are talking about something. Sucks lost it in a boating accident. Yeah, man, that seems to be quite a epidemic there, losing everything. There should be all kinds of stuff at the bottom of lots of lakes and oceans by now. If nothing else, it's creating wonderful, wonderful barrier or reefs, coral reefs, whatever it is, places for the fishies and all the wildlife in the under the sea to live. So, good job, everybody. Keep having those boat wrecks, will ya? Okay. Also, too, don't forget to help out one of our very own, couple of our very own, Ama's Memes. She's one of our meme warriors who has classes and provides meme ideas, or she was. But she's one of the ones that actually not only does awesome memes, but she also teaches others how to upgrade their memeing. I wish I had time to do that kind of thing, but you guys meme me too, so I meme myself as well, so that's good enough for me. And of course, like I say, she's when you go to the Pureblood TV guide, there's also the news and things like that, but there's also little headers and footers wherever you go that you can click on the various things that we support at Pureblood TV. Brad Allen's gone fishing. Hit that fire. Yep. Yeah, he doesn't mess around when it comes to that kind of stuff. All right, make sure that you at least share her GoFundMe and keep her and her family in your prayers. The doctors and money can only do so much, but only God can heal. And don't forget about fucking Epic. That's FAUXKING. Epic. He's also going through some tough times. And of course, don't forget the very many convenient ways you can support my channel as well. Help me to grow so that I can make this channel bigger and better for you. I have so many ideas that I just can't afford right now. How about that? Actually, everything that I do on this channel is completely financed by my audience, my fans, whatever it is. And like I say, the biggest way you can help me out is share, share, share. We want to get more voices out there. That's the actual goal of this channel. These 3 channels, actually. Hopefully to be more. That's actually doable as soon as I get the minute to put my GPU in. I have all the parts now. Let's see. So, Xing me out seems to be the best way, but I'll take it any way I can get it. If you got an audience, even if you got 2 people, you know what I'm saying? Sparky, welcome to the show. Sparky the Welder. Over there on Odysee. And we got some lurkers over there on Rumble. Welcome to the show. We love our lurkers as well. Appreciate that. In fact, sometimes the lurkers are some of the best advertisers, better than any paid advertising, anything like that. Because if they like you and they're lurking and everything like that, once they get done with whatever it is they're lurking about, they'll share you out and stuff like that. Because I'm like that myself. Okay. All my links are below. Click on some of them, will you? PayPal, Ko-Fi, Super Chats, Library Coins, Rumble Rants, all of my links. All right. Click on some of them, will ya? All right. Or tell others to click on some, too. We're all in this together, as they keep saying. All right. I'm going now to open the phone lines. So far, I haven't seen anybody complain, so I guess I'm 5 by 5 on all of the platforms so far. I've even seen some people tell me hello. So, all right, phone lines are open right now. First thing I have for you guys is an update. I don't know if you heard about this. This made me go hooray, hooray, hooray. Breaking, according to Post Millennial, Stockton Mayor announces that the 7-Eleven workers are not being charged for the epic beatdown of the looter. I'm very happy about that. I hope everyone else is very happy about that. It's literally, in fact, just before I started this, I even listened to, Liberal Hive Mind, and even he did a thing about that there's plenty people now that voted for these laws that don't hold anybody accountable for their crimes, and they get worse and worse, are starting to see the picture now too. It doesn't, these people don't do this kind of stuff unless it affects them too. So good. I'm glad that it's that they voted it in enough to where it's like, oh gee, what have we done? What have we done? Hey, I like that, Mr. Tizo. I like that. Very well. Very welcome to the show. That's very cool. I love when people meme me and my show. That's even better. That's awesome. Hopefully you're sharing that out on X, the platform formerly known as Twitter. In fact, Mark Dice says he refuses to call it X. It's Twitter. So whatever, man. Space Pirate Yvonne. At least whom tells me fix his computer. One day, man. One day. You have to be patient with me. I don't think I've told... I think I told you guys that. Don't rush me. Don't rush me. Anyway, like I say, back to the good news here. Breaking the stock that this guy that got his ass beat. Now, according to what they kept saying was also too, this guy had already done this to them twice before. It's like, man, you know, and you know that these guys came here to be able to get a better life, be able to, you know, less competition than in India or in the places that they came from and stuff like that. And they come from places like that would actually punish these guys if he even thought about doing it, or if he even took a little bit from them or someone. In fact, some areas they would eliminate body parts, if you will. Let's see. 2 employees of a Stockton, California 7-Eleven were confirmed by the district attorney's office on Tuesday to not be under investigation by authorities after a viral video showed them fighting off robbers. The events surrounding the viral video at the 7-Eleven Center Street are under active investigation by Stockton PD once completed. Stockton PD will forward the case to the San Joaquin County District Attorney's Office. Mayor Kevin Lincoln said in a statement. Okay, so they're not under arrest or anything. They're just being investigated by the cops now. We'll see what happens. But still, they're saying that, you know, at least for the moment, they're innocent until proven guilty for a change, maybe, perhaps? Maybe you should take an electrician class so you can be authentic. Sparky the welder. Mr. Sparky. Making sure I'm not missing anyone. 451 actual. I just mentioned you earlier. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you being here. Once again, 867-5309. Very good, very good. You're not an Xer, though. How do you know those numbers? Who told you about those numbers? Okay. Also, I don't know if you know who this guy is. Fans of, what is it? King of the Hill? The guy who voiced Shackleford, or Dale Gribble, died today. He was 64. In fact, they were just getting ready to revamp this again for Hulu or something like that. So I don't know who they're going to have for Dale Gribble now. Just set up Town with my RTMP pusher. Awesome. Awesome, Yvonne. That's great. I actually noticed that, you know, last week we were having a little bit of trouble with Odysee as far as that goes. And this week it looks fantabulous. In fact, I got a chance to look at 451 actual show yesterday morning, and it was just so crisp and clear and clean. There was no buzzing in any of the pictures or anything that he had up or anything like that. And I'm seeing it's pretty clear and everything for me too. I even have it on the lowest settings, so I'm not taking away too much from what I'm doing here. I guess he didn't have his pocket sand. Yeah. R.I.P. Johnny Shackleford. Yeah. Oh. No, not pocket sand. That was actually pretty good. And actually, I see commercials all the time. That's actually one of the first things they tell you to do. If you got somebody that comes up to you and everything like that, you don't have any weapons like that, try and throw something in their eyes. Dirt, whatever. Okay. All right. So, in the meantime, let's see. Vice Secretary, yeah, they were getting ready to reprise his role again. That's a shame. I wonder, like I say, I wonder who they're going to come up with for that. Strong stream from start to finish. Yes, I do too. Actually, my stream hasn't been bad. I just need to improve it so that I can do more streams. So, anyway, yesterday, right? Yesterday, they found some more bank transfers that prove yet again the Bidens are involved in something shady, yada, 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 that they keep like glossing over as far as that goes, took bribes, etc., etc. Allegedly. Again, I can't believe they have indicted Trump yet today already, though, again. Now, supposedly Georgia next week, but his numbers continue to rise. But something I saw concerned me. I don't know if any of you guys have seen this. This is a 13, almost 14-minute video. I won't show you the entire thing, but this is this guy right here is supposedly a French billionaire. And he has supposedly some insights, or he talks to, I guess he's invited to like Davos and shit like that. So he basically is telling this guy that's interviewing him, I'm not real sure who that is, that Trump is absolutely never, ever, ever going to be president again. And the deep state, or the dark, whatever it was he called it, are going to see to that no matter what. And as you can see, they're allowing one side to persecute the other, if you will, at this moment.
To bring transparency to what I would refer as to a shadow government that I've been very familiar with for the past 15 years. And if you want, I can explain to you what is a shadow government and what it has anything to do or everything to do with the official government that you elect every 4 years in your country.
Prior to you coming on, we spoke with Maria Zach, and I said to her, this sounds like a movie. This sounds fictional. When we start throwing around words like shadow government. So yes, what is the shadow government and who's a part of it?
Well, first it does sound, and I absolutely relate to the people thinking that this could be basically a bad B movie. But the truth is that this is real. This is real. The shadow government has been conducting your daily lives, and not only you, for close to 8 billion people on Earth. Shadow government is simply a group of some...
Only 1 billion people? There's 7 billion of us on Earth, so, All right, 451 Actual. Thank you so much. You get one of these. Appreciate the donation. That's how you do it. That's over there on Odysee. I guess you can call it a super chat. Appreciate that. How very kind of you. Zom, are you here? I see somebody talking to you. If you're here, welcome. Welcome, Zom. That's from about 20 minutes ago. 18 reasons why Trump may be a Russian agent. Are you kidding me? Are they still on with this on CNN? That's what I'm saying. And I'm going to talk about this here in a minute. Anyway, this French billionaire goes on to say things like, just talking to you right now, I could be in some serious trouble. Okay, Stu Peters television. And it was, I don't know exactly when they did it. Supposedly the date on this is like a year ago. Maybe like 9 months ago or something like that. But still, this has been going on. He goes on to say that it's been going on since the beginning of time, or beginning of whenever some people have gotten more power than others, etc., etc. It was alive when you bought it. This is an ex-parrot. Oh, come on, man. Actually, Twitter's not really dead. In fact, if you get on the page here and you go to the website up here on the URL, it says https twitter.com. So it's still Twitter. The address is still Twitter. Okay, Space Pirate Yvonne. Whatever you say. Are those friends in the room with us right now? Probably. All right, let's see if I can find that spot.
Any elected government. The shadow government is actually the one who put together the agenda of each new government. And you do have very powerful billionaires behind it. Some of them are American, very well known to all of the American people and known all over the world. And they are being part of an agenda that is directly put together with them, for them, and not directly for the people of the world. And that's why I'm here for. You're asking me, why am I here for? This is very personal. This is something that I do for myself, for my family, and it's the work of God. And I really honestly too, if after our interview, people say this is a bunch of whatever, and we're not going to believe Philippe Archelier, it's fine. I don't really care. I know what I had to do, and my work is to give full transparency of what happens behind the scene.
So in a nutshell, what is the shadow government? The shadow government is a group of very rich, influential people around the world, some of which that are here in the United States, who control and manipulate the policies of world governments. That is what the shadow government is in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Yep, your oil barons, your land barons.
And so does the shadow government control the government of the United States, the executive branch, Congress, the Senate, the Supreme Court?
Yes, it does. 100%.
Yeah, if you can't tell that by now, you're not paying attention. They're hiding it from you real well if you don't know that by now, especially with the fucking morons we got up there right now. Either the morons, the ill, and it's like, oh, and that's why they've made any kind of illness like taboo, or they say that it is, even though everybody talks about it all the time. And put it this way, there's something wrong with you if there ain't something wrong with you. How much sense does that make? Zero, and that's why everything is upside downy land. Clown world. My buddy had one of those when he was like 9. Oh, what? A dog? A basset hound? Yeah, you got to be careful with them basset hounds. Hello, GMC. Welcome to the show. Appreciate you being here. Sparky, I said, trying to make sure I haven't missed anybody. The phone lines are open. Call me. And of course, share this out so that others will call too. I love to hear what people think about what's going on right now. There's just so much. But I'm sure there's a lot of people that pick and choose what they want to talk about, or what they want to think about, or what bothers them, or what actually affects them, things like that. So I'm beginning to think that actually we're not going to be able to vote ourselves out of this oligarchy, or whatever you want to label this regime. These people see it too. And I seem to remember that nobody had the nerve to do this kind of shit when he was actually president. No, we're not having a conversation. We're tired of you talking to us, and we have to listen no matter what. This is what happens.
Hold on a minute.
So I say, would they have done this when he was president?
Listen everybody. Hey, y'all up there, pay attention. Here's what happened. Listen.
Is it? Because I see that in the background they start saying Obama. So I don't know. This has got to be an edit. I don't know. I don't think it is. That's what I say. It's funny how nobody would do that to him while he was actually president. Lizzie Longtoes, my famous friend. How are you this evening? Welcome to the show. Appreciate you being here. Please make sure you share this out. Share this out. Trying to grow the audience too, so that more people will and shall call in and exercise their First Amendment rights. Please do not give that up willingly. I don't plan on it. That's why I do this show. All right. But yeah, but then again, the media keeps saying other stuff like this. It actually is getting kind of confusing, because Trump leading Biden after indictments in new survey amid GOP fears of conviction. This was actually printed today, according to Conservative Brief. John Doherty writes, if President Joe Biden's objective is to grind down his chief 2024 political rival with the electorate by inundating him with indictments. That's a tongue twister. I guess he didn't read that out loud after he wrote it. It's a strategy that isn't working, at least for now. That said, a growing number of Republican lawmakers are becoming concerned that the party will be left without a viable nominee if Trump winds up being convicted. Well, that's one of the things they're saying about that, though, is that that's what DeSantis is supposed to be for. He's actually counting on that. That's the reason why he was finally talked into running this time, rather than doing what he promised both Trump and Florida. I still consider him a traitor. Or at least a liar. Or, he can be bought. How about that? As reported by Just the News, former President Donald Trump is leading. All right. Greetings. You're on the air.
No stinking way. I've got to, oh my goodness. That means I have to turn stuff down because oh my gosh, that's me. Okay, how do I turn this down? Oh gosh.
Can you hit a mute?
I'm on the, holy crap, that's me. Mute. Okay, I got it. Oh my gosh, this is Laura?
It is.
Oh my goodness. A little bit starstruck. Okay.
Oh my goodness, no, I can't believe that. No, come on now.
Well, holy crap. Well, I'm cooking in my little kitchen and making spaghetti sauce. Well,
yum.
I'm just having issues because I'm a teacher in a sea of liberals. And thank the Lord, I got my religious exemption from getting the vax, and so I'm a public school teacher in a sea of liberals, and it is the weirdest experience being in the public school system and just seeing the other side of the fence, let's just say, because husband and I are conservative and Trump supporters and wonderful, patriots, and then I can see the veins of liberalism in our kids, not our kids, but my students.
Yeah.
And it's a really challenging situation because it is my job to support all children.
Indeed.
100% with my whole heart and my whole being. And it's not that I'm fighting all of the crap that's being dished into my kiddos, but I'm definitely avoiding it. And it's caused a lot of just friction in my own mind. The kids will never see that. And that's what they're not supposed to see what we're going through. They are beautiful children, and they're supposed to sing and dance and learn about each other and not be in the cesspool of unfortunate reality. And so what's the line? Where is it that it's never my job to expose them to the other side of the fence, but me being a conservative, I'm hoping that my base is felt through everything that I do, even though I don't go out and say I'm a conservative or I'm a Trump supporter. I mean, I couldn't do that. That'd be my job.
Right. The only thing you can really do is lead by example as far as that goes, Teach right from wrong. You know what's right from wrong. We do know what's right from wrong. So that's really all you can do.
Absolutely. Those are my dogs.
I hear them. Are they fighting each other? Or did someone knock?
Well, they're our neighbors visiting. So now I'm going to go back out with the goats. So you might hear a goat and a goose.
Oh, goodness. Okay.
Yeah, we got a whole little farm here on our little quarter acre.
Yeah, the goats and everything won't be any news to me. We have a bunch of them out here too, and a goose that thinks he's the fire alarm or whatever out here. This goose, whenever he sees anybody or anything, he's like, he's always screaming. Huh?
Did you just say you had a goose?
No, I don't. My neighbors have two.
Oh.
But the male goose is constantly screaming.
Yeah.
I think he thinks he's a dog.
They're great defense animals. I've got a goose right in front of me right now, and his name is Ivan, named after space pirate Yvonne.
Oh.
Like, no joke.
You should be honored, Yvonne. Did he know that before now?
Oh, yeah. He totally does. Yeah, I'm the other half of Russian boss. So
Pastor Shadley says, tell her to swat her husband in the back of the head for us. Oh, okay.
Oh, God, honey, this is from Pastor Shadley.
Was there some reason behind that? I'm not promoting violence here now. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, my goodness. Well, I just had to call, and I'm, like I said, a little starstruck, but
oh, well, thank you.
Beautiful woman, and I just love the crap out of you, and keep doing what you're doing, and I'm really appreciative of support, and you're amazing.
Well, thank you. Thank you so very much. I appreciate that. But I am but a vessel of the man upstairs.
Darn tootin'.
All the glory goes to him, no matter what. So yes. But thank you so much for calling, and do appreciate that. And yeah, keep on. Like I say, the only thing I've been able to do, and the only thing you can really do, is live by example, lead by example. Right from wrong, you know. I'm saying a lot of this other stuff is opinions. You just keep the straight and narrow. That's the only way to go. I can think of. And if it gets too overwhelming, give it to God. He's there. He knows what's going to happen already.
100%. All right. Have an amazing day, Laura. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I already am having an amazing day. Thank you so much for calling.
Okay. Bye-bye.
And good night. Thank you for calling. All right. Wow, I like it when people. I get a little uncomfortable when people gush over me, because I just do me. I don't feel special. I just do what I'm called to do at this point. But I do appreciate it, and I do. The thing that makes it good is that I'm actually like reaching people, and things like that, which is great. They say that if you can help one person in your lifetime, that you've done your duty. So, and I don't mean DOODY either, okay? DUTY. Look at me, I'm blushing. This is how I get. Excuse me. All right, so Trump is supposedly leading Biden. I was reading the article, leading Biden in a hypothetical rematch of their 2020 battle by 4 points, according to a new survey that came out today, supposedly. In the survey, I really have trouble with any kind of articles that show you feet all the time. I don't know what it is with people's nasty feet. Please. The survey conducted August 2 through 7th. Okay, yeah, just now. Follower special counsel Jack Smith indicting Trump on charges related to his efforts to challenge the 2020 presidential election results. Just the news reported. Well, I was going to say, even CNN is talking about how some of these things are kind of, they're side-eyeing it, and they're wanting real hard to say, yeah, this is so criminal, but there's nothing criminal in at least these last three that have come out. So yeah, 4 points kind of low. Russian bot song. Okay. What's a that is a crappy thing to say. Yes, it is. Space Pirate Yvonne. So so don't do it in your spacesuit. Okay, but this is what I was mentioning earlier. Do you see? I don't know if you guys are seeing it. I see it in a lot of the stuff that I read and watch, and here's what I heard, etc. and etc. But are you seeing any parallels to 2016? I mean, I see the same media, blah, 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 about nothing but Trump. Trump this, Trump that, Trump. Trumpity Trump. Which is exactly what they did in 2016. They got him so much attention that he won! Okay. However, I think with all the cheating going on, and you can't say otherwise, as Biden has a 60-year history of doing nothing but cheating, they're going to build him up, or they're going to build Trump up as far as they can go, just to try to humiliate him again like they did in 2020. I mean, since 2016, when have we been able to trust any polls for anything? I mean, how often have they been wrong, especially lately? All right, all that stuff is rigged. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention how often have they proven to us that the people in charge don't give two figs about what we want. The commoners, us commoners, or even need, for that matter, at this point. They just want to seize and keep power. That's it. They're hyping up COVID again. New spooky EG5 variant. Maybe another excuse for mass mail-in ballots again. Oh, yes, Midwest Gunner. Anything but... Put it this way. Now you guys are beginning to see what we've all been preaching about to everybody about by any means necessary. They said it when he won. When he was president-elect, that was the first thing that they came out of their mouths. We will take care of him by any means necessary. That means anything that they can think of. And so far, they have. And been allowed to get away with a lot of the absolute nonsense. So yes, any means necessary. Just keep that in mind, because that's probably the mantra we're going to have to take even just to survive a lot of this. Again, I'm not condoning any violence or anything like that. That's a treason. Yes, Private Yvonne, it is. Pirate. R. Okay, so on to the inspiration for tonight's show name. Everything, in fact, this is kind of sort of a President Trump quote. Everything woke turns to, well, you know the rest. Anyway, how many things can we now name that either went woke and sucked ass afterward, or went broke, or are going broke, or are still sucking ass? Bud Light, as they are now having to sell part of their beers. I think it was like eight brands. Bud Light parent company selling off 8 beer brands amid transgender boycott. Again, I think that was something that started it, but there's a whole bunch of things. There's a whole bunch of reasons why I wouldn't go back, especially all the stuff that we found out about this company is not even an American company anymore. Bud Light parent company Anheuser-Busch InBev announced it will sell 8 craft beer brands to Canadian cannabis company amid continued fallout from Bud Light's marketing partnership with transgender influencer Dylan Mulvaney. I'm having trouble reading today. Actually, I can read it, but my mouth ain't working. The deal will see Anheuser-Busch sell the following beer brands to Tilray Brands, according to an August 7th announcement: Shock Top, Breckenridge Brewery, Blue Point Brewing Company, 10 Barrel Brewing Company, Red Hook Brewery, Widmer Brothers Brewing, Square Mile Cider Company, and Highball Energy. I've heard of Shock Top. So obviously these brands didn't mean a whole lot to them anyway. The deal is an all-cash transaction worth $85 million. In other words, no backsies. According to an 8K filing by Tilray, which indicates the transaction is expected to close at some point in 2023. The announcement comes amid Bud Light boycott pressures, which were sparked when Bud Light rolled out a personalized can featuring a face of Mr. Mulvaney, a male who identifies as female. Irwin Simon, chairman and CEO of Tilray Brands, said that the expected acquisition will elevate Tilray to the status of America's fifth largest craft beer business and is part of the company's efforts to further diversify into other markets than cannabis. I wonder what they're thinking there. And of course, you know that they'll probably use at least one of them, maybe more, to infuse the cannabis into. I'm sure, I know that there's already American companies that do that, supposedly. Let's see. Bobby Digital. Why would you bother even buying Bud Light? You can just pee in a cup and mix it with seltzer water. You wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Now, I'd like to know how you know that. Have you? That sounds like the voice of experience there to me. So, but it is funny nonetheless. Actually, I don't know about anybody else, but I was in the military I was in like boot camp and tech school for almost 180 days. I missed it by like a week because they kicked me out because I wouldn't break the rules with the uppers that wanted to. Believe me, it was tough being a chick, even in the Air Force. We had in a barrack of 800 men, there was maybe 22 of us, and we had one half of a hallway that nobody was supposed to ever go into and everything. But yeah, man. And the superiors at tech schools, yeah. No. Anyway, ancient history. What was I talking about now? See, you got me distracted. All right, we're talking about the Bud. Oh, in the military, I was 19 years old, and they called this kind of stuff 3.2 beer. That's the only thing you were allowed to drink between the ages of 18 and 21 in Colorado, where I went to tech school, Denver. So yeah, this is what that beer was good for. Cheap buzz, and it was the only thing you were really allowed to drink before you were 21 in, what was it, 86? Yeah, 1986. Seems like a lifetime ago. Why hasn't anyone captivated the anime community? We beer. Don't they drink sake? Or other stuff? The weebs have their own drink. It's MK Ultra. Is that what that is? Okay. Is that Michelob, right? Michelob? So that's not part of the InBev, AB InBev, Anheuser-Busch? No. Okay. So yeah, a cannabis company is now expanding, a Canadian cannabis company. So these products still aren't going to be American. Or I don't know. I don't know how they distribute them or anything like that. Okay, next up, just about every woke school now is failing in some way or another, to the point of where they're having to stick the FBI after parents, which is ridiculous. It's crazy, but that just tells you how wrong they know they are. But even the private ones are starting to go by the wayside. I'm looking at you, LeBron. LeBron James Ohio School is an epic fail. Are we surprised? Are we surprised? I don't understand why. I mean, if it's supposed to be such a great school and everything like that. LeBron James School, known as the I Promise School, is under fire after Gateway Pundit broke the news that not one 8th grade student at the school has passed the state math test in over 3 years. That's terrible. That's terrible. This is the reason why I guess the computers, I don't know, you confuse the shit out of people, these cashiers now, if you give them if you either don't give them exact change, or if you give them more and you want something else back, they have no idea how to work that. Akron's public school board members are shocked and wondering how not a single kid managed to pass this Ohio State math proficiency test. Probably because there's no discipline there. The school receives money from the James Foundation along with the state, local, and federal funding, and they're still testing at the bottom 5% in the state, which proves that throwing money at the situation never works. Especially if you're throwing money at these teachers that get on TikTok and start talking about, oh, well, I'm a history teacher, but I teach gender equality and all this. And it's like, wait, what? You're not a history teacher then. And of course, you can always tell which ones they are because of the wild colors in their hair. All right, don't forget about this. The phone lines are open. Or, I know you guys got something to say about this stuff. I do know. All right, Space Pirate Yvonne. She's cute. Not anymore. What the hell? I like that. That's a cool one, Mr. Tizo. Actually, can you add all of that good stuff to that one? That's really cool. I like that phone ringing. And just a jiving. Just a jiving. So, I was going to say, like I say, more than likely it's because of the fact that they have no discipline. They don't sit the kids down. They don't, not to mention the fact that they put almost all the boys on drugs and stuff like that. I don't know who actually ends up going to those schools. My dad actually taught at a private school, and he did have some rich kids. And, of course, the rich kids actually sometimes are worse because they get away with stuff. They pay their way out of stuff. Their parents pay their way out of stuff and stuff like that. But a lot of his private school was people that, kids that actually got kicked out of regular school, and there were no other options for them. The public schools wouldn't let them back in. So, problem kids sometimes. What is gaslight? You know what it is? I do not. Yes, you do. That's funny. Gaslight isn't even a real word. Everyone knows that. Thank you, Toasty. You like my take on everything. Well, my brain goes kind of wanky sometimes, and the mental gymnastics. Actually, I sometimes feel like a brain ninja because I'm doing this to this brain gymnastics of everybody else, and it's like, oh no, So, yeah, and this was actually another reason why I started doing this as well too, because of the fact that I listen to both sides, and there's sometimes things that not anybody else mentions. It's like, well, what about this? And I would be like, yeah, man, how come this never gets... So I try to get my opinion out there too, because there are more than two sides to some of these things, and there are sometimes things that people don't even think of at all when it comes right down to it. I just one of those gifts I've been given to see this stuff and try to point it out. I've always, like I say, I've always felt compelled to do this, and that's why I ask everyone to call in and exercise your First Amendment rights. Share out there. I don't know. I'm on all the other platforms. I just don't have time to mess with all of them, like Gab and Facebook, and see, I don't even remember most of them. I am on those though. All the links are below for that. Yvonne is memeses. Yeah, he's got some great memes. In the in the past. Not real. What's not real? No, you haven't. Memeses. Yep. They tried to do that with me, and my mom said no. They tried to do that with my son, and I said no. What'd they try to do to you? So happy. New family moved a couple of houses down, and they told me the school wants them to put their son on ADHD meds, and they told them no. Yeah, my daughter's having the same problem with our 4-year-old grandson too. She's like, nah, I don't want him on drugs. Okay. So yeah, the school that LeBron James, of all people, And, you know, it was nice of him to do that, but it sounds to me like just another way to funnel money into something that's not getting actually done. In fact, I remember when my dad actually was a member of one of the school boards down in Houston, one of his colleagues or something like that found over $2 million for that fiscal year missing for that school. And when she went looking for it, they shit canned her. They got rid of her. They fired her. So, yeah. Actually, it's gotten to the point where it seems like all school is nothing but a scam for these teachers' unions. That's my opinion on that. That's what it seems like. So I'm sorry. I feel sorry for those kids. They're obviously not getting everything that they should be getting or deserve when it comes to, if nothing else, teach these kids how to survive life. And money and electronics isn't going to do everything for you. There's all kinds of things in life that that a lot of these kids are missing. And by not knowing some literature and some mathematics and things like that, they're missing out. They don't notice any of this stuff. They can be taken advantage of quite easily as well, I believe, as far as that goes too. So, who passes for human? Me? Kid, you like the sandwiches? All right. I don't know what you guys are talking about on there. Anybody on YouTube? Nobody's on YouTube. I know I'm on there because I see it running. And it says end stream, so I did press. But YouTube never does anything for me. And of course, you guys always do all kinds of things for me. Just make sure you share this. We need to get people out there talking about this stuff. If they notice that we're paying attention, it seems like they back off a lot of things. It does work. All right. So, again, another woke person, again, has it's starting to go to shit, or is she? Lizzo is in the news again today, actually. Faces fresh allegations of a sexually charged environment from at least 6 more people who toured with her. Now, you got Lizzo. As much as I don't like talking about this over-advertised, bloviating celebrity slave, you can count her wokeness being shit, especially now. My phone won't ring, and Laura, that's okay. As it is crumbling, I was going to say, you can count her wokeness as being shit, as it is all crumbling down around her feet. Folks just keep coming out about her bad and sex-crazed behavior, and while she supposedly is employing these folks, workplace harassment much? Yeah, exactly, Russian bot. If you want to, yeah, I'm sorry. I can't even describe what she was talking about there. However, this was something that she had wished. Somebody was fulfilling her wish. She talked about this. They found video of her talking about that particular thing. And yeah, that's what evidently she heard about that from somebody else that had gone to Amsterdam at the time, the red light district, etc. and etc. But you, Sergeant Tripod, welcome. He's over there on YouTube. I am bot. Where's your beep boop boops? Brad Allen, badass Brad Allen saying he's a bot, but I didn't see any beep boop boops. There it is. I had to say something first, though. All right. Everyone's acting like this is some kind of a surprise, though. All right. You can tell by the way that she insists on dressing that there's something sex-crazed about her. I mean, the skin-tight outfits showing all of her skin and flab. I'm sorry. Even she was showing off too much skin even for a smaller person in that aspect. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I thought the outfits like that on Cher were disgusting when she was wearing them. And she was hella fit when she was wearing them. So, sorry about that. I'm not trying to shame you, but you are living in an extremely unhealthy lifestyle. Take it from someone that is still struggling, but also has had problems because of my weight. So, another oversexed celebrity slave to the system that is probably going to be protected by this system to the point that she will stay silent. This is just a prediction of mine now. My opinion. She'll stay silent until it all blows over and her production company tells her, and then she'll top some chart again somewhere because of the utter propaganda and great press that they'll give her, and everyone will forget all about what a deviant for the system she really is. And I bet she goes into acting next, and they all start to rave about how she's just a natural-born actor and that her performances, they just can't be beat. And don't you dare criticize her for anything now, because she can never be wrong, and everyone else is just jealous. Only her masters can bring her down or criticize her. They'll build her up again just to take her down because, ratings and stuff. So if you've paid any attention for at least a decade to any of these folks that just seem to explode onto the scene and everybody just, you know what I'm saying? You don't really see much of them now. I don't see how you miss them building them up only to merely tear them down. And these are all celebs that have signed on that bloody dotted line. I can tell you one thing about all my experiences working for other people and someone else. Not even when I worked in a huge, and actually the one place that I did get sexually harassed, I left. It was a family business. There wasn't any fighting these people. I just said goodbye, But not even when I worked in a huge construction and concrete work companies where, a majority of the employees were these big burly ass men with the grody boots and the coveralls and just the hard hats and the braised knuckles and all tan and these were like the kind of guys that you would like be afraid of if you got on the wrong side, I guess you could say. But also the bosses, no one in the company ever suggested anyone go to strip clubs for company parties or anything like that. Not to any of the women anyway. Not to any of the women. And I was actually the only chick in one of these places too. It wasn't scary, but yeah. But they always respected me. But now it's okay for women to sexually abuse their women employees and make them do nasty stuff. Gnarly. In fact, I don't care who she is, who she would have been. No, I'm not selling my soul. I'm not doing something that I would rather not. No, you're not going to force me to do this shit. You're not. You're just not. Oh, my ninja. Welcome to the show. I'd rather not work for you if that's the kind of person that you're going to be. I don't care how much fame, fortune, because these little dancers and everything like that, they get promised the absolute world. They work the absolute piss out of them and then throw them to the side. They don't care. That's the reason why I think that they felt free enough, or she felt free enough to do this to these dancers, these co-workers that she had and everything like that. She was the queen of this, all of this and everything like that. In fact, there was some that was saying, now again, this could be, again, if you see them build her back up and that she's all this great and everything like that, this was a publicity stunt. She's not getting enough publicity as it is. So, I hope that these girls, for their sake of being, what do they call that now? Traumatized, if you will, for over all of this stuff. I'm praying for them. I'm praying that Lizzo will turn against the evil ways and things like that. But it doesn't look like it. They've made her too important for some reason, and she thinks she's important now. So, Forgive them, Lord, for they know not what they do. How about that? But, yeah. Now, again, some folks are calling her a demon. And once again, I don't believe that. I'm going to correct them and say that they are not demons, but they have demons. But again, woke turned to, well, you know. Oh, actually, also, too, side note on that, some festival that Jay-Z, was it Jay-Z? Or one of the real famous guys, some festival is being canceled because of this controversy, supposedly. Yeah, Jay-Z made an American festival canceled because of Lizzo. That's what they're speculating on the Daily Mail anyway, like that. So again, woke goes broke, woke goes to, well, you know. Former employees, yep, Wednesday, August 9th. 6 new complaints. They actually named these chicks on here, too. It was Noelle Rodriguez, Crystal Williams, Ariana Davis. So, again, you can't always tell. And since they do name these girls by name, they might be trying to get clout. I mean, people are doing just about anything and everything, no matter how humiliating it might seem to the rest of us, to get this clout. They want their names out there. And it's like, I don't know why anybody would choose to do that way. Unless it's actually making them more money than they could possibly even dream of. Or they're being promised something of importance, which probably won't be, or will backfire on them. Like I say, how many of these dancers, like I say, I'm an Xer now, and a lot of my followers are Xers, but maybe a little bit younger or anything like that. How many of these dancers in a lot of these like videos and things throughout the years, when MTV actually played music, how many of these dancers do you know now? Or did you know back then? I mean, you saw tons and tons and tons of them, but can you name one? Much less 10 or 5. So yeah, again, clout seekers. Either way, it's wrong. It's demeaning. It's terrible. Lizzo is a psyop, a big fat. Well, they're using her as one, if you want to call it that. Like I say, the way that they dressed her, the way that they portray her, the fact that when she did actually try to get a little bit healthy and claim that she had lost weight, they mobbed her like it was one of the biggest sins in the planet. Speaking of woke goes broke, let's make Best Buy the new Bud Light. Yes, I agree. I was going to actually cover that, but I had so much to cover. Supposedly, the management program. Now, I tried my damnedest. This is something I guess maybe what is his name? The Quartering. I saw a video at the very beginning of one of his videos yesterday about it, and supposedly this person, it looked like a Hispanic lady. She had a little bit of a Spanish accent or whatever like that. She had a big piggy bank. She said, "Oh, me and Piggy here made a GoFundMe." I could not find that video anywhere because right afterwards there was a guy with the logo and the Best Buy shirt and everything like, "Oh, but don't forget, our management program is only open to non-whites." And there was a thing where they X'd out the white family or whatever. It was like, wow. But yes, you have to be, in order to be trained now at Best Buy, you have to be anything other than Caucasian. Check every box. It's available to anybody except for white people, if you will. So I would venture to say that they're going to lose some employees over that too. We'll see. Stuck here all week. Please send help. You're on Lizzo's side. You're on Lizzo's side. Why? Why would you be on Lizzo's side? Well, actually, again, she's a human being who's being manipulated after signing on that bloody dotted line. She has now become a high-paid slave. Because I've told you guys before in show business, when you sign on to these, especially these bigger corporations, you become their property. They tell you what to eat. They tell you how to look. They tell you where to be. They tell you how much money you're going to make. They tell you who you can hang out with. They tell you who you can marry. Your life becomes the corporations. This is another reason why so many of these people end up dead on drugs. Or, in fact, that's one of the ways that they try also to manipulate these people, especially the younger people. Did you hear Lizzo is banned from traveling to Guam? They're afraid they're afraid the island will capsize. There's only one person that mentioned that. What is his name? Adams or something like that. He's another one that needs to be term limits. We need to do something about making these people have term limits if we're going to keep this kind of government. Because, I mean, they voted for term limits for the president because of too much power for too long. But yet, these guys have been in office. Feinstein's been in office since I was 11. And I will be 57 in December. These people were old when I was young. And now that I'm old, they are corpses. Literal corpses. I'm trying to make a video about that. A meme video. This was better. Yes, Drunken Rocky, I agree. All right, well, I'll move on, but you're not going to be happy about what I move on to. Then there's this stuck-up, sanctimonious, hubris-riddled pinhead. Let's watch her choke one more time. I want to know, why is she laughing at the end there? Why is she laughing at the end, Drunken Rocky? See, that's the kind of, if you're on the Odysee chat, that's the kind of stuff you have to deal with. You're going to deal with if you go to the Rocky show after my show. But that's okay. You so crazy. Okay, this is what happens when you get too cocky and try to portray yourself as better than everyone else. If I had ever met this person in person and she talked to me the way that she talked to everybody else, the camera and everything like that, I'd have just walked away. I wouldn't have said nothing. I would have just walked away. Just walked away. People like that don't interest me. And if you have to build yourself up like that, you're trash. You already know that you're shit. Oh, I'm the greatest this and I deserve everything in it. No, you don't. Nobody owes you shit. You know what I'm saying? And you weren't even representing anybody. Why go in the name of the United States if you don't support the United States? I mean, that's the whole point of a lot of these competitions. You're there to represent the power, the strength, the fortitude, the sportsmanship, whatever it is, of your country. So, yeah. Now, some folks, again, this is something that I've heard, are saying that she did this on purpose. And of course, I mean, why not? Why not disenfranchise and demoralize Americans even more than they already are? I mean, being that you don't really represent this or any other country unless you want to start calling woke a country, it sure is a religion or cult, as they would put it. So, I don't know who did this, but I can't think of a better trophy for this bitch. Hey, Megan! This one is for you! You've acted like nothing but a horse's ass since we knew who you were. And wasn't that after you guys got beat by a junior high boys team? Limited Access, welcome to the show. Yeah, so how anyone took you seriously for anything after that is beyond me. It just astounded me. So, no. And, let's see. Now, wow, we're going pretty fast again. Although, I still got a bunch of other stuff to talk about here. Welcome to the show, Limited Access. Did blankets make it? Did I see somebody talking about blankets? Welcome to the show, everyone. If I'm missing you, just holler at me. I'll see you. Surgeon Tripod. BS. Salty Man Jameson. Hair's not blue enough. Well, it was purple before, and, you know, she got up there. I deserve this with her little fucked up lips. Okay, great. You won. Fantastic. I'm so happy for you. But you were a sore winner. She was a sore winner. Oh, goodness. That's terrible. That looks like that hurt. Did she still have her teeth? Further studies have found it's due to watermarks. Oh, you guys with that too. Actually, been kind of a shitty day. Okay. Talk to you later, Lizzie. Hope you're feeling better. Everybody keep her in your prayers. All right. So, did I forget anyone or anything? Yeah, there's still a whole bunch more, actually, people that are going broke after going woke, or whatever it is they call this now. And let's see, just some runners up. Disney's one of them. Disney now has all the dwarfs fighting after losing billions of dollars on absolute woke crap. Remade all of these classics that nobody wants to watch. They've also I just read a couple of days ago that they've also just lost over 11 million Disney Plus subscribers again. And then what did they go and do? Disney partners with gender fluid man to promote Minnie Mouse girls clothing. Let's get dressed. Disney's not learning. And that's what I say. I guess these people in charge of these big companies are either unaware. They're either this unaware, this stupid, or they're doing this shit on purpose now. They're literally, it seems like they're doing this shit on purpose now. These aren't business people. There it is. Disney, Blaze Media. Disney partners with gender fluid man to promote Minnie Mouse girls clothing. Let's get dressed. I don't even want to show you the video. I really don't. You guys, it's on, what is it? Person's name is Sean Altman. Sean Altman. I don't know how to pronounce that. But supposedly, they get dressed up in a Minnie Mouse dress with the little shoulder shruggy thing underneath it and the little gloves, which doesn't cover her fingers. The hairdo with the little ears or whatever it is and everything like that with some kind of floofy thing underneath. And it's like, and yellow pumps, weird pumps, whatever like that. So yeah, they dress up as and of course, supposedly Disney's. So yeah, I'm really starting to believe that they're doing this stuff on purpose. In this case, even after all the money they've lost, they're still doing this. They just did it again. Now, I could care less. I could care less what they do. The only problem I have with it is the fact that they're targeting young, very impressionable children. It's almost like as if they're trying to take them away from their parents. Dress up and fantasy is okay. But I don't see the need for grown men to be doing it with little children. I wouldn't see the need for grown women to be doing it with little children either. You know, they're not behind any doors either. How many of these school teachers have we caught with 13-year-old boys? So, yeah. It's not one or the other. So, I actually, though, my guess on this is that some of these big companies have been determined by some other big companies to be too big, I guess. And the CEOs and CFOs are distributing the wealth, maybe? Although, where's it going? It certainly isn't going to any of their employees that they're having to lay off. Isn't going to, you know, where's it going? All right? I mean, what else could it be? I can't see these huge corporations all of a sudden just voluntarily giving up this power either. I mean, they've been building and eating revenue for how many years now? Disney's almost 80 or 90 years old. And of course, they just kept taking more and more and more and more, opening up more parks. They have one in Paris now. They have one in Japan. I don't remember. Beaker suddenly realized Viagra had never been tested on frogs before. Kermit, however, was pretty proud of himself. That's disgusting, man. Salty Al Bundy. Grizzy, welcome to the show. Disney is following the orders of BlackRock, Vanguard, and State Street. Well, that's what I just said. That's basically what I just said. A bigger company has determined that Disney does no longer needs to be as big as they are, and they're distributing the wealth to something or someone else. So they're now basically sabotaging themselves like this. They actually could have infinite power and still do in a lot of cases. Perhaps it's a combination of all three, but again, it's more likely the bigger company, BlackRock, determining that the big company is not to be that big anymore. They're distributing the wealth. So, of course, you got these CEOs that have been brainwashed into thinking that every big company is bad, even though legally they're considered persons. In fact, I got a hold of a legalese dictionary the other day, and you'd be surprised at the definitions and the reason why people, commoners like us, are fucked when it comes to this shit. When it comes to this legal shit, the legality of some things. Space Pirate Yvonne, thank you so much for the donation. You get one of these. Where is it? Thank you so much. Appreciate that. So they are stupid enough not to see what they're actually doing to the companies and themselves. Eventually, while purposefully running these companies into the ground, even at their own detriment, which they don't even seem to fathom. Even though they are watching their underlings go by the wayside because of their stupidity and virtue signaling policies. They say, now this is something that came to me about this today too, and it seems like it's going to be what actually ends up happening to at least most of the lower rungs. The owners may or may not be affected by this, but you never know. They say that shit rolls downhill, but what happens when the valley fills up and there's no more downhill? All right, what happens? What happens when there's no more downhill? Thank you, Drunken Rocky. Welcome to the show. Listen to me. Thank you for the donation. You get one of these. And Space Pirate Yvonne, another donation from him. Thank you so much. You get one of these. 2. Who got fugly? That's the same chick? What am I looking at here? Yeah, Ariana Grande. That actually is the same chick. 2 odd numbers make an even number. Thank you again, Drunken Rocky, for the donation. One of these. More what, dude? More what? More talking about woke and broke. All right. Next let's see. Next woke go broke, which I can't think of better people for this to happen to, but this won't hurt them that much. Not personally anything. Anyway, The View is on what you might call a permanent hiatus, which is not a bad thing either. Couldn't have happened to some nicer cackling hens. Now, they're claiming that this is due to this writer's strike that they're going through, which also seems to be another woke to broke situation. Hollywood is now essentially shut down. Now, isn't it ironic, too? This is something that nobody came up with, or at least not any of the talking heads that I've heard talk about, but isn't it ironic as that these people were actually considered essential personnel when everyone else was locked down and unable to make a living? You remember those days? We remember those days, right? Never forget what they did to us over this stuff. They're going to try and do it again, too. I hear that there's a, what do they call it? Disease X or disease number something or other. I forget it. But they're trying to work on it again. And even Salty mentioned today, or did a video today, that Gates is sad because we know his game and aren't falling for it again. So something like that. Trying to get through on the phone. It's hanging up on me. Sorry about that. Disease X is just Twitter. Oh, okay. Is that what they're talking? Okay. See, sometimes I don't always put all this stuff together. It depends on how far I look into it. But then now these absolute tools, and this is what pisses me off about this. This came out about 2 weeks ago, but I'm sure that they're still doing this. They're still begging or anything like that. But now they're begging us to help them and support them in all of this, in all of this mess that they've pretty much created themselves. I say, listen to this shit.
So the number one question I get is, how do I support writers and actors on strike? Do I cancel my streaming subscription? What do I do? Here's the answer. Neither the Writers Guild nor SAG-AFTRA is calling for a consumer boycott right now. Instead, we're asking people to do 3 things. 1, post on social media, boost our message, say you stand with us. Number 2, follow our strike rules. Do not do the work of a striking writer or actor. That's called scabbing. There's facts on our website that explain exactly what
as if anybody's going to pay attention to that.
Them to refrain from. And finally, and most importantly, donate to the Entertainment Community Fund. This is an incredible nonprofit that supports writers, actors, and any crew member who needs help paying their rent or their medical bills. Every dollar you donate there will go to a writer, actor, or other entertainment worker in need. That helps us stay on this picket line longer, and that helps us win. We are so grateful to all of you for your support. Thank you so much. And remember, until the strike is settled, there will be no acting and no writing.
Oh, no acting and no writing. Oh, you can't tell me what to do. Zom, learn to, yeah, right. Learn to be a prostitute. That's just what we need. More sex workers. Actually, to be honest with you, that's not even going to help you anymore. According to, was it, let's see, I think Shuan had mentioned it. Somebody else was, Paul Joseph Watson mentioned it, everything like that too. They were talking about the e-girls, the e-thoughts. So yeah, I was going to say, even learning how to suck on body parts is not going to help a lot of people in this aspect. Because these AI lovers, if you will, or whatever like that, can be programmed to do anything that they want, and not argue with you. You don't have to deal with psycho bitches, stuff like that. Yeah, Russian bot. That's a good one. Tom, do you remember what he was doing that about? I don't remember exactly what he was doing that about. Was somebody trolling him? Saw the PJW video. Oh my God, I couldn't tell that they were AI. Some of them you could, but some of them you can't. And supposedly you're able to put in all kinds of prompts and things like that. It's actually almost like programming, but it's another language everybody's having to learn how to use. But you're supposed to be able to get some of those prompts from the AI chatbots and stuff. So yeah, you don't even have to do a whole lot or come up with a whole lot. It's all pretty much done for you. You just have to put it together if you want to go that far, as far as that goes. Let's see. If I were there, I would dump hundreds of McDonald's and Walmart job applications on these SAG-AFTRA sissies. These people don't need any money. Come on. These guys, pay us so that we can stay on the picket line and fight for our payment. Fight for our large payment. We get paid more than we get paid more than doctors and lawyers and any of these other important things. And we were considered necessary workers during the Rusty, during the lockdowns and everything like that. Now, and we were all for locking everybody else down. You guys couldn't do shit while we got to work and we got to do whatever we wanted to, and we got to look down on you guys if you decided that you wanted to break a rule or not go by this phony bullshit that they're admitting to now after 2 years. Mask wearing and all this other stuff. Yeah, how many of you guys opted out for the jab? Still seeing people dropping dead from that shit. It's been 10 years and they still won't eat bugs. What can we do? What do we do? Call them racist for not eating the bugs. Oh, I saw this. Who posted that? I think it was PJW posted that too. Maybe it's time to swap burgers for bugs. May 14th, 2013. At Bug Eating Festival, kids crunch down on the food of the future. September 14th, 2017. These are NPR headlines. Your ancestors probably ate insects, so what's bugging you? July 16th, 2018. This right-wing conspiracy theory about eating bugs is about as racist as you can think. July 19th, 2023. I don't care what you call me. I am not eating bugs. In fact, here's another bullying tactic. Who remembers being forced to eat worms and bugs in school by your bullies? No, thank you. Demon Goddess, welcome to the show over there on Rumble. She says, much love to you always, Laura. Thanks for being awesome. Well, I appreciate that. I thank God for letting me be awesome. Spade for Ira Divine says, I'm 100% good with completely ruining every single content creator's livelihood whose only asset is their fleeting relative's symmetry. Okay. Shake Shack Shamillan. Yeah. Well, that's what I say. They're walking day by day, they stumble by night, wandering blindly with no end in sight. Mass communication, hand to hand, a new epidemic is control of this land. They're coming at you one by one. We've got to kill them all. They're coming for us one by one. Disconnect them all. Okay. Killing them by pulling the plug. I see. The E-plug. The Cat 5. Is it still Cat 5? Yeah. Hope every E-whore is replaced by AI. Well, that's why I say... like I say, Zom had a suggestion, but I don't even think that's going to help. It's going to turn out like, what was that with the Sylvester Stallone and the tickets for cussing and stuff like that. Everything is Taco Bell now or something like that. Anyway, yeah, it's going to turn out like that. She wanted to have sex with him and he was going to touch her and she threw him out because they were going to do it virtually. She's like, oh, she was bringing out the virtual glasses and he's all like, nah. Demolition Man, there it is. That was a good movie. So yeah, Adam Conover, of all people to be representing all these people too, Mr. Adam ruins everything. Mr. Truth. All right. I don't know how many of you guys, this is an update from local area. And of course, the phone lines are still open. I made all of these myself. Just for that. All right. String of lights in Houston sky. Starlink satellite train seen Tuesday night. I actually saw this in a couple of my neighborhood. I'm on Facebook for the neighborhood watches and for my family, of course. Every once in a while, I'll advertise my music when we're playing and stuff like that. Houston, did you see some strange lights in the sky in the Houston area on Tuesday nights? You were not alone. Fox 26 received several reports. That's our local affiliate here in Houston. Reports from residents in southwest Houston and Fort Bend County about an unusual string of lights in the sky. So what was going on? The line of bright lights was actually what people are calling a Starlink satellite train. Now, does anybody else know about this? And of course, Starlink is what? That's Elon's satellite internet, whatever like that, right? Let's see. Are they gonna let me have the video? Sometimes these tabs go to sleep and then nothing happens. Sometimes they delete the video.
I gotta say, what in God's name is going on here?
That's a pretty long stream of light. And of course it's kind of neat too because you can actually see it through the beam of light coming off of the house.
I mean, it's moving.
Wow, it's moving pretty fast. So yeah, we had some astronomical things happening. Starlink, owned by SpaceX, launches these satellites frequently, and people across the country have reported seeing them on clear nights. The company is launching thousands of these satellites to establish internet connectivity around the world. Lots more space garbage than I guess you could say. Let's see. He doesn't know about the 3 seashells. Actually, I remember that joke, but I don't remember that joke. To be honest, I'd rather be an e-whore with a ChatGPT 4 responses than a destruction of children. Indeed. Indeed. Can't get through on the phone, wondering if I'm banned. No, nobody's banned. I don't ban anybody. So far, it's working. Let me message. No, of course you are. Why would you not be welcome on my show? I don't know why it's not coming through. ABL always says if his Skype's not working, blame the white man. Skype sucks sometimes. I don't know what the deal is. And I pay $70 a year to be able to take phone calls and be able to do this. So, Paulie gets banned. Yeah, sometimes Paulie gets, big fat Paulie gets banned. But no, you couldn't ban me from, you can't ban her from my Skype, dude. Or can you? Hal! Welcome. My tricycle is just like a 22 LR. That's cute. Alright, so Starlink is showing up in the sky now. Tell him to call the phone number. Yes. Evidently she's trying to call the phone number. But yeah, it's not ringing here. Midwest Gunner. Couldn't imagine living in Texas. Way too hot for me. Only in the summertime. Looks like a net over the earth. Yeah, like I say. Gibbet Polly. Mountain Dew green and the rain has stopped. Sightning for the train horn tornado. It is a tricycle. Yes, I know that. I saw that. It was cute. How many priests? One too many. Hit that fire thumbs up, people, please. Yes, thank you. Thank you for that. And of course, share. X me out. It might have something to do with your, because you get, I was gonna say, sometimes when you're up there and you're talking to me, you get cut off. It might be your signal or something up there. And I may not have, I don't ban anybody as far as that goes, but maybe whoever your phone company is don't like what you say. Or whatever. Arrest Youngberg. No, don't arrest Youngberg. He's cool. He's cooler than cool. I think he is anyway. Alright, what's next? What's next? Okay, we've come to the comedy portion of the show. Hopefully, like I say, I've put out a whole bunch of topics out there. A lot of this stuff, especially the stuff going on with Trump and our politicians and our representatives, needs to be talked about. So the phone lines are definitely open through all of this. I'm gonna, like I say, I'm gonna move on to the comedy, but call. That's the whole point of the show. Call me, maybe. Call me. The number is scrolling below me there. All right. Let's see. Jimmy Dore. You guys, I don't know how much you listen to Jimmy Dore. I actually listen to Jimmy Dore quite a bit. I don't agree with him on everything, and he still seems a bit naive about Medicare for all. He seems to think that would be free for everybody, but that's not the case. However, he is a comedian. He is fucking hilarious, and he got vaccine injured, so he hasn't kept his mouth shut. That was his, I guess you could say, that was his red pill. So while we're waiting on more phone calls, I give it to Jimmy Dore.
The weird thing that happened around COVID, I'd never noticed this before in any other time in my life, but you weren't allowed to ask questions and at any point during this. You just had to do what the man on the TV said, right? You had to do what the man on the TV said without questions, and then you're a good person. But if you question it, then you're a white supremacist Trumper. They're like, whoa, no. No, I didn't vote for Trump. I just have questions. Jimmy, only dumb people ask questions.
Right.
Isn't that weird? It was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Even comedians would get on stage and they would shame people for trying to get informed about a medical treatment that was experimental, that they had to take, or they would lose their jobs and they wouldn't be able to travel. And when people tried to get informed about that, other people shamed them. They would say, please tell me you're not going to do your own research. You've heard people say that. Please don't do your own research. You know, before COVID, doing your own research used to be called reading. Now you're shaming me for reading? At the behest of Big Pharma? It's like I woke up in the middle of a Bill Hicks bit. Well, looks like we got ourselves a reader. That's how much people internalized the propaganda from Big Pharma, was that they would be anti-intellectual enough to shame people for reading while they're wagging their finger at them for doing it. You would never shame people for trying to get informed, no matter what other subject it was, no matter how unimportant. Like if I say, hey, I'm gonna go buy a car. Don't look into it. Well, how will I know which car to get? Ask the salesman. He's the expert. What are you, Henry Ford?
Like I say, he's funny. He's one of the reasons I like Jimmy Dore too is that even though he's on the left and he does want some lefty stuff, progressive stuff. He calls himself a progressive, but he's still, to me, he's a classic liberal. He still wants the freedom of speech and all that, and he purports it a lot to everybody. He's lost a lot of friends. He's lost a lot of people. He's got another bit where he talks about all of these friends that he proves to them this different stuff that he tells that they, how they lied to us and everything like that. And he said, well, they just didn't know at the time. It was not like they were lying. And the thing is they're admitting now that they've been lying. Fauci actually admitted he lied about masks and everything. So if you can lie about something like that for fear that the medical company or the medical community won't have enough of them, bullshit. That's a stupid excuse. That's a cop-out. Not to mention the fact, why don't you have enough for everyone? If this was something that you knew about from 2017, you even warned about it. So yeah, give me a break. I'm not listening anymore. Let's see. Dore is liberal who used to be on the Young Turks. He famously spit in Alex Jones' face in 2016. Yeah. He doesn't talk about Alex Jones anymore as far as that goes. Actually, to be honest with you, he's starting to see that Alex Jones was right about some of this stuff. So, yeah. All right. This is one of those, I love these, and I don't think this guy will get arrested or anything. I don't know exactly where this came from. Cab driver takes robbers on a ride of their lives, and they start screaming like babies. And it doesn't look like an American car, but... Oh, they got out. He should have stayed in, but yeah, imagine that. You're not tough no more, are you? So that was pretty funny. Let's see. Yo, I'm a... Jones are better than Boomer. And the first of the Xers, biatch. Yes, well, I'm older than you are, so I'm actually the first of the Xers. Actually, you have to be born in 65 to be the oldest Xer. I'm 66, so... Paulie banned Youngberg arrested and Grizzy dies. I don't make the rules. Russian bot. No. None of that on my channel. All right. I don't understand why you can't call me. Why you can't get through. Are you dialing the right number? You should have me on speed dial by now, chica. Okay. All right, this was funny. I couldn't find it. It was. And speaking of, we might actually be able to go through some of these too, but I couldn't find it on Barstool Sports. I was watching Tyler Zed today, and this particular TikTok that came over at the beginning of it actually ended up being disgustingly hilarious, if you will. Here we go. Actually, I liked it because of the reaction after this part. Watch.
For it.
And girls get thicker.
I'll play that one more time. The cat's reaction. That was that's what caught my attention. And I tried real hard to look for this. Speaking of Barstool Sports, I'll go over that here in a second.
For it.
And girls get thicker.
That cat. Been banned. Welcome. My internet is slow. You merely adopted slow internet. I was born in it. Molded by it. Did not see a broadband until I was already a man. That's actually true for me too, except for I wasn't a man. Let's see. Broadband. I was 40 something. Yeah. Your line just hangs up. All right, let me try something. I don't know why it would do that. I didn't reset or do anything to it. Tyler Zed is great. Yeah, I like Tyler Zed. Actually, to be honest with you, I'm interested in reading his book. Supposedly, he's comes from trailer park trash, and he's writing about it. Let's see. I'm active. There it is. It's not telling me how I can answer it though. There it is. Greetings, you're on the air.
Oh my God, I just tried, I just had to call my Avon lady to make sure my phone was still working.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened.
I don't know either. My sky right now, hello, is like tangerine orange. Yay! It's the deluge of the waterfall of the whatever the hell they were talking about in California. It's rain. It's coming. It's gonna come.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I don't. Do you follow Alaska Prepper?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so he was talking about, and I didn't know this until I heard it. I guess there was a volcano that erupted about a month or two ago.
Oh yeah, my brother sent me that article.
Right.
They finally found out why it's so hot this summer.
Right, and that's why it heated up the oceans, and it threw up about 2,000. 0.04 tenths of a degree or something like that. Yeah, so even with all of that pressure, and like I say, they're still going to try and in fact, the article was something about the fact that at the same time they found that out, Hillary Clinton is blaming MAGA Republicans for it. Oh, no, it's our fault. It's our fault because we want to do our diesel trucks.
Nah, it's not our fault.
How about you suck on this, Hillary? Oh, wait, never mind. I'm there. Anyhow. Yeah. So even up here in South Dakota, I mean, I know that down south you guys have just been, no, it's not a drought anymore. It's a flood. It's a flood.
flood up here, too, and the middle of the country is now getting the hot heat. We're being steamed to death. But it's not climate change. It's the planet doing what the planet does.
Right.
Okay. And hey, I have to say it. If that big volcano in Yellowstone blows up, I'm fucked.
Well,
totally.
No there's nothing to warn you? There would be no warnings?
Well, do you think that the government's going to warn us about anything, really?
Probably not.
Really? No, I'm thinking not. I mean, even okay, so Benny Johnson, yeah, he's starting to piss me off with the salty references and everything that he's doing.
You see his new keychain? You see his new keychain that he's giving away if you become a member?
Dude. He is stealing everything from the Salt Army, and even though Salty's not pissed off about it, I don't like it. I like listening to him, and I like listening to that he and Salty are on the same page, and sometimes he posts some stuff that's, Salty hasn't and whatnot, but he is stealing Salty salt for real, and I don't like it. Personally, everybody else, hey, and Salty doesn't care. So, all right, I guess I shouldn't be upset about it, but I am.
Well, if Salty's not pissed off about it, I'm not going to be pissed off about it. But actually, he kind of sort of explained it a little bit today with his keychain. He's got a leather keychain that has a tank on it that actually kind of sort of looks like 451 Actual's tank.
The Salty Brigade, the Salty Army, everything.
Oh no, he calls it the Benny Brigade.
He
calls it the Benny Brigade.
Went today and explained what the salt was and the base was and
did.
everything, but no, that's not what we are. Not. So I was like,
yeah, well, I'm not going to be pissed off for somebody that's not pissed off, so. If Salty and him start having some kind of a feud or something, I'm going to take Salty's side, of course.
I don't want them to do that either, and Salty doesn't want that either, and that's kind of where I'm going with this. Is that it does really kind of just grind my grits, but Salty's not pissed off about it. He starts using some of Salty's stuff to make money, then I'm going to be a little pissed off about it, and I'm just going to put more money into salt. But, yeah.
That works.
Yeah.
Either way, put it this way, we're all in the same boat. And like I say, he's close, but he's not quite that close. And if Salty's not mad at him about it, I'm not going to be mad at him about it. As long as we're fighting.
Enough to even put Salty on his program. And Salty's like, oh, I understand because I swear too much. But when you're on somebody else's program, Salty, you don't swear. You are very respectful, super respectful. So I think that Benny Johnson doesn't want people to see the Salty Cracker because he is stealing all his content. And that's my opinion.
I don't know, Pastor Chatelet, what do you think about that? He usually has the inside scoop on any of this stuff. Do you know anything about that, Pastor Chatelet? Are you still there at the pond? Benny Johnson to get off the sodium podium to give the glory to Salty Army Re. Well, like I say, I don't mind, and if they want to work together, because they both are. We're in the same we're in the same book here as far as that goes.
Exactly.
So infighting, it's not going to do us any good.
Everything from him,
right?
And glorifying it to the Benny Brigade,
right?
It grinds my grits.
Pastor Chatelet says
he's not putting Salty up in where it needs to be. That grinds my grits. I'm sorry. I'm a salty cracker army and Pastor Shadoway person. And,
well, Pastor Shadoway just posted non-issue as far as I can tell. AFAIK.
Yeah, but I don't think that Salty listens to him that much because Salty has got so much going on. But that's okay too. All right. So I'm going back to my usual bullshit, my prepper bullshit. I've had a lot of problem with rain here and everything, and I've had probably half of my 25 tomato plants decimated between rain and everything else. And I just got told 2 days ago by the property managers that they're going to redo our decks, and they'll let me know in 24 hours. And I had them come out, and I went, you need to give me a little bit more than 24 hours because I've got a garden growing on my balcony. And no.
What are they going to do?
Like, right, exactly. I mean, I literally had to tonight because it rained again in deluges, and it's the gal above me has put a rug on her balcony, so it holds the water until it doesn't hold the water.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So it comes down in a waterfall on my plants.
Oh.
I'm like, holy fuck. And I've been really nice with the gal down below me, and I put a tarp down on my balcony so that water and dirt and stuff doesn't go on her balcony, and she doesn't have to go out and sweep every... No, I'm done. No, I'm done. No, I'm done. It's going to be what it is. I love Janelle. I love Ann above me. I love my neighbors and everything, but no, I had half my crop decimated in the last 2 rains in the last week because they haven't cleaned the gutters out here since they put them in 4 years ago. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's why it's happening, because the gutters are full of shit.
So you live in government housing or something?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't. No, I live in a nice apartment building.
Hey, American
really
Dream.
Nice.
Welcome to the show.
No, I live in a nice apartment building, and it's really suited for people like my husband and I that are disabled, and I can't carry groceries up 2 or 3 stories.
Mm-hmm.
I have an elevator. I have a parking lot. I have a garage.
I like that one, Bin Band.
But I pay for it too. Of course,
right.
I don't pay for it like somebody in, New York or California or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I have a 1,200 square foot 2-bedroom apartment with a 1-car garage. You know, I'm paying $725 a month for that.
That's not bad, actually, compared to what I've been here.
No. Hell no, but I also have to pay for my water and electric and everything else.
Gotcha.
Which we do on and hey, anybody that can get with your system on the even pay, I suggest you do it. That way you know every month for at least a year what you're going to pay. And
gotcha. Really okay. Yeah, they supposedly take an average. Is that for your electricity?
Yeah.
Yeah, they take an average and then they split it up between 12 months.
Well,
it's pretty good, but they still charge you if you go over.
No, not here. Well, not here. All right. So, I mean, at one point we were at like $130 a month, $25 a month, and then it went up to 1 year because it was so hot that year. We used a bunch of electricity in and we had a bad air conditioner. It went up to 177. I was like, ah! But then it went down to like 157 or 37. So it dropped really a bunch. And now it's up to a bunch, like what?
I'm your ninja. Welcome.
It only went up because I know that the cost of it went up too. It only went up $20 a month. So although I have to say we did not turn our heat on even at 50 below at all because I've got systems in place because of where we're at on the second floor. We get a lot of sunlight. If you get a lot of sunlight here in northern South Dakota, even in the winter, we didn't turn the heat on. It was 75 degrees in here. I can live with that.
That's beach weather.
That's Palm fucking Springs.
Yeah, that's beach weather. Hey, I like this. I was gonna say, do you know Ben Ban? Do you know where to get some of that? Beijing Medical University. I don't remember a medical university in Beijing when I went there.
Oh, good Lord.
Do you see the chat? Magical penis wine. Why drink regular penis wine when you could be drinking magical penis wine?
Oh, I gotta refresh because I shut it off so that it wouldn't interfere with the call. And I'm like, I tried to call you like 12 times, and I'm like, all right, well, maybe it's cricket. And then I called somebody local, and then I was able to call you. So I don't know. Maybe not.
It's Chinese. Stay away.
I'm shining my tin hat. Maybe not. I don't know.
Actually, the one thing I can say about when I did go to China back in '84 was the fact that they didn't have the pharmaceuticals. All of their medicine was natural, like mushrooms and the thyme and all this other stuff like that. In fact, I think they poisoned me because I had the nerve to ask for something special to eat. They're just like that kind of thing. But when I had food poisoning for, I think it was 24 hours on the train, the doctor on the train actually gave me peppercorns to put underneath my tongue.
Dude, I've got all this stuff put back, and I've got books. All right, so anybody out there, if you can.
Okay, Rocky.
Get the books. Because, I mean, all right, I was blessed at one point with somebody's mom passing on, and the landlord in Colorado Springs was like, get her shit out of here. And he was like, come and get it. So I went and I got books on growing stuff do you remember the ones that you would have the cards sent to you every month? Do you remember having that done? I'm sure people do. I'm sure like the older people do that. Yeah, I bought into the subscription where they would send me like these cards I could put into this folder or whatever.
Oh yeah, I remember that. The recipe cards, they had the big, they made a big deal out of getting the box for it. And then every month, yeah.
They had stuff for the natural healing, all that shit.
In fact, it's kind of funny. I think I have one of those around here somewhere.
Well, this chick was into this grandma was into all of it. And that was, I picked up everything.
Hang on to it, because if they turn off our power, you're gonna need that stuff hard copy.
Yeah, and I have, that's why I'm saying to people, books. I mean, it's. Make sure that you have it in hard copy in books, because, if the grid goes down, or like, hey, I couldn't get a hold of Laura for 12 phone calls. What are you going to do if I could hear her on the internet, but my phone wasn't working? What the hell?
Yeah, what happens when you don't have any of that stuff? That's why. Actually, that's why some of the guys. That's why a lot of the people in our network here also too do the ham radio and stuff like that.
Well,
in fact, it's almost time for another lesson. We got so many new people in the network. It might be time for more lessons.
Yeah, we've got CBs between my trucker family, but we don't have like ham radio or anything like that. I do have an emergency radio for broadcast from the great leader. That's what it's going to be. Oh my God! And I've got it so that you can like crank it. You know what I mean? One of them emergency radios.
Right.
My in-laws had one, and I left it in Colorado, and my son probably didn't do anything with it, but I ended up getting another one. So
yeah, welcome to the show, 1205.
Right, that's a good thing to have. I mean, maybe we don't agree with the government, but we need to know what they're talking about. Just saying.
Yeah. So, if it's magical bonus hole, is that boxed wine? That's hilarious, man.
Oh, and hey, I was looking into the Faraday boxes and all that mess. Okay, they might not work.
Oh, you mean that thing that Benny Johnson was advertising today?
Yeah, where you can put some electronical stuff and whatever. I inherited like a cooler that's aluminum that's got the the foam and everything and whatever. I mean, this is like a 1940s, 50s cooler that I might consider doing some stuff in, at least a battery for the truck and everything to go in the truck, but I'm looking into that too, and we might be able to move in that 1973 250. We might be able to, because it doesn't have a whole lot of electronics in it.
That's naughty, That's naughty, Bin Band. But you get one of these. Thank you for the donation.
Yeah, and that bitch has 2 tanks on it. So I got like 35, 40 gallons worth of gas in it. Woo!
Nice.
Yeah, well, that'll get me back and forth to the farm maybe twice.
Oh, okay.
I better make sure I can...
Yeah, that's if it doesn't go bad first. Gasoline, actually, if it sits around, especially the newer stuff, if it sits around, it goes bad now or something.
Oh, speaking of which, our gasoline here in northeastern South Dakota has been fluctuating 20 cents between $3.49 and $3.69 for like 2 weeks. It's weird.
Ours just went up 20 cents, 30 cents.
Ours has been fluctuating. It's weird. I don't know why it's doing it.
I don't know.
My husband says it's because of the speculation in the market. But I'm like, are you sure that's not Christy Nome just saying, all right, well, no more tax on gas? She might be. I don't know.
I don't know. Can state governors do that kind of thing?
Yeah. Our local government governs how much the gas costs. I mean, so every gas station in town here, and I don't know if it's county or whatever, decides what that gas price is going to be. I know that for a fact.
Okay.
But I'm wondering if Christy Nome isn't saying, hey, we're not going to tax people on gas because we are a big agricultural place. And most of it's to give you gas. Give you gas. All right, it's ethanol, but it's gas. You can run your car on it. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know.
No telling. Like I say, you guys is fluctuating. Ours down here just shot up 30 cents, so not fluctuating at all.
All right. Again, so in the last 3 weeks, ours was $3.49, then $3.69, then it's back down to $3.49. I don't understand, and I haven't looked into it because I'm busy preparing.
Yeah.
I got a bunch of stuff at the store that was, on clearance or whatever you want to call it, and I am dehydrating and using stuff for this week because we got, $50 this month to feed us. Although I've got stuff put away, so that's the fresh stuff.
Yeah.
I like having fresh stuff in my props. But and I'm gonna pull more money out of what we've got put away, cash wise, which I don't want to, but I'm going to farmers market again. Y'all don't not go to your farmers markets.
Yeah, keep them in business. They'll be very, very necessary.
Get some sort of let them know who you are and get something going with them because they're gonna save us. They're gonna save us. We can save them. They can save us.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
Oh, you're not wrong. All right.
My dear, I'm so glad I was finally able to get a hold of you.
Yeah, me too.
It sounds like my husband finally came back from work after not being at work for a little while.
Oh, good.
And he's been at work for like a week. Yay, baby, we'll have some money coming in this month.
Great. That's great. Yep, keep the faith. That's all you can do. Live by example, keep the faith. All right. Much love to you too. Thank you so much for calling and not giving up. Like I said, ABL. Whenever Skype doesn't work properly, he just says blame the white man. So that's what I'm doing.
Well, it's not. All right. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Blame it on the white man. Well, yeah. Whatever.
I think it's funny.
Love you guys. Oh, the skies are dark now. It's not orange anymore. I think I'm safe.
Okie dokie.
And hey, I'm not worried about it. I grew up in Michigan. I know about tornadoes and what to look for and listen for. And
well, stay safe. Definitely stay safe.
My dear. Love you bunches. Mwah.
All right. Good night. Thank you.
Good night.
All right. That was limited access, y'all, on the phone. I had a couple more things, but I guess maybe I'll just have to hold them until next week. Some of the funny stuff, we missed some of the funny stuff. I am going to end, as I always do, with Bishop Marmari and his message, short message to start off with. And, of course, after this, don't forget to, well, I'll tell you what to do after this.
Do not harm nothing until we seal the servants of God on their forehead. The forehead, my beloved, here talks about where your thought is, your thinking. That's your forehead. The hand in the Bible talks about your deeds. So the hands represents your deeds, the forehead your thought, and your legs your attitude, your behavioral pattern. You see, with your legs you choose which path to walk in. With your hands you work, and with your head you think. So until we seal the servants of God on their forehead, meaning until Jesus Christ makes sure that no one is going to come and brainwash you, that no one is going to come and change your belief, is not going to snatch away my word which I gave to you, which is the truth. I'll make sure that the word I gave you will be sealed, protected. No Satan, no evil spirits, no evil doers will be able to brainwash you and snatch you away from me, I, Jesus Christ. I'll seal your head, meaning I'll protect your faith in me.
Pretty cool. Which means, in a way, to me, that means that he shows you your eyes are open to what, even the things you shouldn't be doing, so that you know what you shouldn't be doing. But he keeps you and he's always with you, and hopefully he'll be with you guys this week until I come to see you guys once again and talk about all this stuff again. That's about it for me right now. Don't forget to support all the folks on Rougarou and MBB's TV Guide, Pure Blood TV Guide. It's a good way to find somebody if your favorite people aren't on at the moment. And it supports all of the Pure Bloods, for Pure Bloods, by Pure Bloods, etc., etc. Be sure to head on over to the Drunken Rocky Show now on Odysee next. I've gone a little bit over. Appreciate all of you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the comments, the calls. Don't forget to send me your clips and commercials. Yada, yada, yada. God bless you. God bless America. I wish you peace, love, health, and music always. And until next time, AMF.